What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another episode of Player Ratings, and these are the player rating episodes I love to do, obviously, as Tottenham won 5-1 at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium against Newcastle yesterday. And let's get straight into it, and let's start off with Hugo Lloris. Sim gives him a 5. I gave him a 6. Was pretty much completely untested apart from that free kick, which he got a good hand to it, but it still went in. He was a bit blindsided, but really should have done better.
Should have saved it. There was the only thing he had to do all game. He didn't do it, and he'll be disappointed. I was a bit disappointed with him with that free kick, and it was could have been a big moment in the game. Thankfully, we turned it around, but he'll be. I think, yeah, that's why I'm marking him down. I think other than that, it would have been a 6 because he pretty much didn't have anything to do. He had one other bit of a dodgy moment where he comes out to meet Joe Linton, and Joe Linton gets there first, but thankfully he forced him a bit wide, so he did all right in the end. But I think the free kick he's got to be marked down on. Has to save it.
All right, let's move on to Ben Davies. 8s all round from us. Grandpa predicted it spot on with Ben Davies to get on the score sheet, and that he did, opening the scoring for Tottenham Hotspur with a lovely cross from Son and with a equally good header from Ben Davies. Defensively, I thought he was spot on for pretty much all game. Was one of the reasons why Newcastle looked so blunt going forward, and just another really good display from Ben Davies, and this back three looking really settled now.
Yeah, he had Fraser in his pocket, didn't he, over on that left centre back, that left hand side, and it was a simple day for him in the end. I thought he did really well. Obviously, really good goal, really good header to get in front of the Newcastle defence, and he's not the tallest, so for him to win a head like that and put it in the corner is very impressive. So very happy for him. And another good display, another classic Ben Davies display. Other than that.
Yeah, the classic Ben Davies displays used to be a 6 or a 7 out of 10. Now
exactly.
They're like
8.
7.5 and 8
exactly.
out of 10.
Class.
So big up, Ben. Let's move on to Cristian Romero, who we both give a 9 to. Me personally, he was my man in the match yesterday. I thought he set the tone straight away with hitting St. Maximin early. He was so aggressive towards St. Maximin as well. I thought he pretty much had him in his pocket for the whole game. There was that one goal-saving challenge from Joe Willock as well inside the first, I think it was 25 minutes, which was pretty much a goal-saving challenge. You got to say that. He was involved in one of the goals. Which goal was it? I think it was Emerson's goal, where he was joining the attack and then played it out wide and the cross came in. And he was imperious the whole game. On the ball, such a calming presence, really nice passing ability. Off the ball, completely aggressive and not letting any of the Newcastle attackers get past him. So absolutely spot on. Best display in a Spurs shirt, in my opinion.
Yeah, and his composure as well is just another level to what we have at the back, and he knows exactly where everyone is. He has such great awareness and appreciation for where players are and their movements, and he has the ability to take a ball, a cross comes in the box, and most defenders clear or head it away. He has the ability to take it down and control it and pass it out. He is just absolutely unbelievable, Cristian Romero, and again another brilliant display. And he's not shy about joining the attack, is he? Does it so often. Every single game, and so how often now we see him in the striking positions. Absolutely incredible. And I thought, yeah, St. Maximin was getting frustrated with him around him the whole game, and it was another fantastic showing from Romero.
Yeah, when he was on the ball in and around the area for that Emerson goal, I don't know if you know, but I was commentating on the vlog, and I was like, passes it back, and I was about to say Bentancur. I thought it was Bentancur, then I was like, oh, Romero. All right, it's Romero there. But I don't know why I was surprised, because it's happening every game pretty much. So that's Romero. Moving on to Eric Dier. Sim gives him an 8. I gave him a 7. I thought, yeah, really good display from Dier as well. Maybe an 8 is probably more warranted for him. The way he just organises that back three, you see him the whole time screaming at Romero, screaming at Davies, screaming at the wing backs as well. He's such a leader in there in the back three, and he's such a plus for us when he plays. Defensively, spot on, and free kick hit the stanchion right at the end. I thought I was actually going in, but because the net rippled as he took that free kick, but look, it wasn't a goal, just wide. But another really good display from Eric.
Yeah, and I thought first half, actually, he was probably, you could argue, one of our best players, because he was the one dictating the play. He was almost like a quarterback at times in that first half. He was spraying some really quality passes into the wide areas and into the forward players, and it was really impressive. At the back, I think he was clearing everything away. He was using his big head of his to head all the crosses away, and I thought Chris Wood barely got a sniff, didn't get much joy. The only thing he'll be a bit disappointed about was that Willock was able to wriggle away from him for that chance that Romero obviously ultimately saved us. But I think Dier with another great display, and more again, the consistent displays of Dier continuing.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move over to the right wing back, Emerson Royal, 7s all round from us. I thought that he started the game a bit dodgy with a few loose touches and poor passes. And, you know, everyone's reservations were there for Emerson Royal to start this game, and he proved the majority wrong that were questioning him. I thought that he grew into the game as the game wore on. Got into the back post late on from that Doherty cross, and I think he deserved the goal as well, because I thought he was growing into the game as the game wore on, and you really saw a good Emerson Royal performance. Yeah,
I think he was decent. I actually think he saw quite a lot of the ball, and he could have done a lot better with it, the amount of time he did get the ball, especially in the first half. The amount of times we were spraying the ball out wide to him in space, and the move would break down. It happened quite a few times, but he kept plugging away. I think he works obviously really, really hard. I think defensively he was really solid, and going forward, obviously he did get the goal in the end. Didn't have too many other positive effects in the final third, but at least he got the goal, and he was always an option getting into that final third, which is very important for me. So solid display for Emerson, if not spectacular.
Absolutely. Bentancur, Rodrigo Bentancur, 8s all round from us, and again another top class display in the middle of the park there from Bentancur. I feel like he's the kind of hub in the middle of the park. He's the hub from the defence to go to, and he's the hub for him to spray out to the attackers, the wing backs as well. And his passing his passing was on show yesterday to a really, really high level. You cast your mind back to that Man United game, which I keep bringing up, and he had a very poor display, but since then he's put in a minimum of 8 out of 10 in every single game, and this game was absolutely no different. He was imperative to everything we did.
Yeah, and I thought his composure on the ball as well is absolutely brilliant, especially in that area of the pitch where you don't get a lot of time with the ball. People are always pressing you, and you have to make sure you're trying to get as much time as possible, and he's very, very good at doing that. I thought him and Højbjerg bullied Newcastle central midfielders, and I think he was absolutely brilliant at stopping Newcastle's attacks and setting Tottenham up on theirs. And I thought it was another really good display for Bentancur. And I thought against West Ham he was brilliant, and he's carrying on that form.
Absolutely. Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, Sim gives him an 8. I gave him a 7. Again, another stellar display in the middle of the park. A lot of his work does go unnoticed because Bentancur is stealing a bit of the limelight in the middle there. But I thought he battled really hard in the middle. Like you say, him and Bentancur both bullied the Newcastle midfield. And he just keeps us going all the time. His aggressive nature, his non-stop attitude in the middle of the park really lets the rest of the team strut their stuff. Nearly got on the score sheet as well with that header that went just over. Again, really good display.
Yeah, and I think he did a lot of good things which people didn't realise a lot of the time yesterday. I think he was winning the ball back countless amounts of times. John Joe Shelby barely had a kick. Joe Linton was nowhere near as good as he's been in recent weeks. Willock had a couple of moments, but other than that, was pretty anonymous. And I think Højbjerg and Bentancur together as a partnership were fantastic. But talking about Højbjerg in isolation, I thought he was, again, really solid. Maybe didn't have the composure of Bentancur, but at least he had, again, the ball recoveries. And I think he added so much to the team. So another great display.
Let's move on to Matt Doherty, or should I say Roberto Carlos. 9s all round from us. Again, a bit like with Emerson Royal, everyone had reservations of him starting at left wing back, because every time we've seen him at left wing back, he's put in shocking displays. But this was an absolutely brilliant display from Matt Doherty. Got on the score sheet with an amazing late run into the box. You just saw him on his bike just creeping round that back post. Sonny missed it. Doherty was there to finish it off with that flying header. Got an assist as well for Emerson Royal's goal, which was a really nice cross into the box. Where the thing is with Doherty though, with him on the left, if you're going to have defenders more wise to it, he always does the same thing, always gets the ball on his left foot and cuts into the right, which is frustrating to watch because you just know what he's going to do, which I thought maybe the Newcastle defenders would be a bit more wise to it, but he got in with that assist, which he did brilliantly so. And he's just always an option up on that left-hand side yesterday. And you just see that Conte, clear instruction from Conte, just get into that back post, get into that back post, get into that back post. And that's what he was doing all day long.
Yeah, and I think he got back to what he was doing in the second half. Unfortunately, first half didn't go quite right for him. I think he was taking a bit too many touches on the ball, always cutting inside. There were a few times where if he was left-footed and he can take the ball into his stride, there would have been a good opportunity for us to attack. But unfortunately, he kept having to go back on his stronger foot, and it broke down a few attacks. But other than that, I thought second half, obviously, he came back into it, just like he's been playing recently, exploited the space ruthlessly, made a great run for the diving header for his first goal. Really good header as well, underrated, hits into the ground and made sure it went into the back of the net. Very good header there. And then really good piece of football for the fourth goal as well. 1-2 with Kulusevski, and then turns Murphy inside and then gets a really good cross into Emerson for the goal. So goal and assist, and I thought defensively as well, pretty aggressive, making sure that Fraser wasn't getting any joy down that left-hand side. And another really good display, and it's so good for him to have that confidence to play left wing back now and still be making a similar impact.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to Heung-min Son. 9s all around from us. A great display from Sonny. Obviously, his helping hand to get us back in the game after going 1-0 down. Straight away, he takes that corner. The corner comes back out, and it falls to hit. I think Eric Dier plays it out to him, and he puts a lovely ball straight on the head to Ben Davies. What brilliant crossing ability. But all day long, he was an absolute thorn in Newcastle's side. He was direct with his running. I thought his passing was good as well. He was just giving Newcastle no ends of problems. Got on the score sheet, which he thoroughly deserved, with a lovely finish into the bottom corner, and could have had another goal a few minutes later where he just poked it wide, which he looked very upset about. But yeah, Sonny completely back at it. A really good display.
Yeah, and I think he was maybe felt guilty about giving away the free kick for the goal. And I think straight away, as soon as that goal went in, he seemed to take responsibility upon himself to drag Tottenham back in the game, and we definitely did that. He was the one who had a surging run into the box, which obviously got the corner, which we scored from, and he was the one who obviously crossed the ball into the box to put it around Ben Davies' head. It was a brilliant ball, right into the danger area, and he has to do that more often, I feel, Sonny, because it was a fantastic cross. Second half, he was running in behind all day long, got the third goal, and he'll be disappointed he didn't have more with some of the chances he had, especially the one where Kane played a long through ball to him. But another seriously good display. 9 goals in 9 home games now for Son, and he loves playing at the Lane.
He really does, and we love watching him at the Lane too. Let's move on to Kulusevski. 8s all round from us, and another strong display from Dejan Kulusevski, and he is really linking up well with everyone at Tottenham. He's hit the ground running, grabbed himself another assist, and a really good assist at that.
On his weak foot.
On his weak foot as well. But you've got to say, Kulusevski, right? Since he's come to the Premier League, no player has got more assists than him. It's unbelievable for a player who's that age, coming into a completely new league. And Graham Beppe was absolutely spot on. He called it on Twitter yesterday. He said in the video he's going to be more suited to the Premier League as he was to Serie A. And that's exactly what he's proving. I mean, he's always an option there on the right-hand side. He's always causing the opponent problems. He's always trying to beat his man and get the cross in and make the right decision in terms of creativity as well. And that's exactly what he did yesterday again. So brilliant display from Kulu.
Yeah, and I thought he was causing problems down that right-hand side all day long. I actually think as well in the first half when we were struggling to break Newcastle down, he was the one most likely looking like making something happen. He put a really good ball into the box for Højbjerg, who just headed over the bar. And I thought his ball-carrying ability is really starting to show now. And obviously for the third goal, did exceptionally well to run down the right-hand side, cross it in with his right foot. If Son's not there, Doherty's putting it away as well. So a really good part of a really good team move. And obviously he went down as well, didn't he? Quite early on, it had to be taken off like 10 minutes to go or so, 20 minutes to go. But another really, really solid creative display from Dejan, and I love watching him play every time he gets on the pitch.
Yeah, he's a special player, very special player. Last of the starting 11, Harry Kane. 9s all round from us. He pretty much did everything on that pitch apart from score yesterday, as Conte alluded to. His passing range was absolutely on top top class yesterday. He was everywhere on the pitch. He was in the quarterback role. He was in the central midfield role. He was up front. You saw that passing map that they showed on Match of the Day yesterday. Absolutely insane. Just insane. That's the only word to describe this guy, the way he's playing at the moment. I've never seen a player do what he does to such a high level that what he does. I mean, he's like a number 9. We say it every week, but number 9, number 8, number 10, all in one, and he does them all to such a high level. He's the hub of every single thing that we do on the football pitch, and we are watching something special in front of our eyes at the moment as Tottenham Hotspur fans. I spoke to a few fans at the game yesterday. They think, and they've seen Spurs through the 80s, and they're talking about this guy being the best player they've ever seen in a Spurs shirt, and that is massive, massive, massive praise. And I don't think you'll find many people to argue against that.
Yeah, and he's like, he can be a number 9 and scoring braces and hat-tricks and finishing things off, and then he can also be literally like a Paul Scholes, like a deep-lying playmaker, like he at times it was yesterday, dropping literally deep into his own half and playing like a quarterback and playing long raking through balls into Heung-min Son and other players. And he'll be disappointed he only ended the game with 1 assist, because he should have had a lot more than that with some of the chances that he created. He'll be disappointed he didn't get on the score sheet as well. But I think he'll just be happy that we're scoring loads and loads of goals, and he was the one dictating the game and being the hub of the team, as you say, and he was heavily involved in the 3rd goal, helping create that. He played a beautiful long through ball to Son, who should have scored, but his assist was absolutely pinpoint. Brilliant ball into the box. Son will probably feel like he should have done better, but Doherty was there at the back post following up. Another brilliant assist for Harry Kane. 4 assists in his last 2 games, no goals, but I think he'll take that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to the substitutes. Harry Winks. Sim gives him a 7. I give him a 6. He come on with 15 minutes to go for Rodrigo Bentancur, and I did think he added that kind of energy in the middle of the park that maybe was weaning a little bit. He was getting the ball, he was passing it sideways. He did have 1 forward pass. I think it did lead to, was it the one that led to Bergwijn's goal? I think he put it into Lucas, and then Lucas put it into Bergwijn. So that was good, but I thought he did his job and just add a bit of energy into the midfield again.
Yeah, I thought it was a solid cameo. I thought it was quite energetic and bright, and had that pop shot from 30 yards in the air, dipped just wide, and out a good effort. And I thought he was passing quite nicely, actually, quite crisply, and look, nothing too groundbreaking, but I thought it was a nice little cameo from Winksy, so I gave him a 7.
All right, let's move on to Lucas Moura. 7s all round from us again. He came on for Kulusevski with about 14 minutes to go, just a minute after Winks came on. Grabbed himself an assist, and a really good assist, actually. He took it past, I can't remember which Newcastle player it was, really well. Then another Newcastle player came in to challenge him, and we were watching it again. I mean, in the morning show, I said that it was a pass, but I'm watching it again over lunch with Sim. It did look like maybe he was trying to take it past the man, and it just overran it a bit, and it fell to Bergwijn. But I thought Lucas did come on and show a bit of energy, show a bit of quality as well. Probably his best cameo he's had for a while.
Yeah, again, I thought he looked bright when he came on. Obviously, he did a bit lucky, but he did get an assist. There was a couple of moments I felt like he was trying a bit too hard to impress, where he could have actually passed it into a better position, but he wanted to take it on himself to try and maybe, I don't know whether it's to prove that he should be in the 11 or not, or want to make an impact. But a couple of times that happened. But I thought, again, really good cameo on the right-hand side. Nothing to really complain about. Good assist, and helped us see out the win.
And last but not least, Steven Bergwijn, 8 all round from us. He got 9 minutes on the pitch yesterday, plus stoppage time. And he did what was asked for him. He was took up a very central role. He got in behind when Lucas Moura kind of fed him through, and obviously he finished it really well. A moment later, he took a sensational volley that went over the bar, and I thought that was flying into the roof of the net, but it just went over. Good energy about Steven Bergwijn yesterday, and carrying on his good goal-scoring form, and I think that's 4 goals in the space of a week for him.
And he came on looking confident, really confidently took that finish, considering it was his first touch of the game pretty much, ran through one-on-one and saw it at home really confidently, and you saw that confidence flow through him when he had that attempted volley, which just dipped over the bar. It was a fantastic effort, and if that would have gone in, would have been a goal of the month contender with how he took it on.
Goal of the season contender.
And I thought it was a really good cameo from Stevie B, and I'm hoping for him a lot more from that, because I think he's been pretty good since Conte's come in. I think he's responded well. He's been unfortunate that he's just got Kane, Son and Kulusevski in unreal form right now. But he's knocking on the door, and, who knows what can happen in the future if he'll see more game time, because of the way he's playing, he'll feel like he deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's move on to finally Antonio Conte. 9s all round from us, and you're really seeing game by game now, as the games progress, even more hallmarks of a classic Antonio Conte side. You're seeing the wing backs completely pushed up really high in every single action, or every single attacking action. You're seeing us score bucket loads of goals, creating bucket loads of chances. Harry Kane performing at the level he's performing. Kulusevski and Bentancur and Romero come in and fitting like a glove. All of this is credit to Antonio Conte and the way he's managed this team. He took over a team that was we couldn't even get a shot on target, and now we're scoring 3 to 5 goals a game, which is unbelievable. The amount of chance, like I said, the amount of chances we're creating. But in this specific game, he performed it to perfection. I mean, he saw in the first half we weren't creating that much, and second half, I mean, we just exploded, didn't we? Creating chances at will, every single player performing at a really high level. You've seen the togetherness in the squad as well. So what more can I say about Antonio? Absolutely special manager.
Yeah, the way we reacted to go behind as well just shows the mentality he's instilling in this team. I think look, everyone knows exactly their roles now. I think we've got it down to perfection. We've still got a little bit of work potentially on breaking down low blocks, but still, even though we've got a lot of work to do, we still managed to create a few chances in the first half. Nothing groundbreaking, but still a few bits and pieces where we could have scored. Second half, though, once we got the space, once we went ahead, you got to say we were absolutely fantastic. We exploited the space ruthlessly. They know under Conte now how exactly when a team comes at us to exploit the space, they're going to leave him behind. We're becoming masters of that at the moment. And the fact that we're even in the top 4 race is all down to Conte. And the fact that we're even in touching distance and looking to get there is down to him. And we're playing really great football at the moment. Not just counter-attacking football, but building from the back, making sure we're playing through teams' presses, inviting teams onto us and hitting them where it hurts. And the home performances, especially, with scoring goals for fun. And long may it continue. Fantastic stuff from Conte, and he's really managing this group of players fantastically.
Yeah, and I was mentioning on the morning stream that I think that this is probably the best performing Tottenham team since peak Pochettino. And it'll be hard to disagree with it, because the amount of goals we're scoring, the way, the solidness of the defence, the way we're passing it through the back, and real team performances, real team goals. We're looking really, really good at the moment, and we're coming into form at the exact right time in the season, with 8 games to go. And you're talking about someone who knows the business end of the season, and that's Antonio Conte. So
Damn right.
Big up to Antonio, big up to Tottenham. That is our player ratings. Thank you everyone for watching today. Put your ratings in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always, come on you Spurs.